All right, we're here, 4 o'clock on the East Coast, 2 o'clock here in Phoenix, Arizona at AmFest 2025. Amazing crowd. Wow. I walked in, I looked down at this is a sea of people. I don't know, can we get a camera? Can you show the people? Look at the size of this crowd. Real America's Voice is bringing it out to AmFest 2025 this year, folks. You're doing great. We're loving this. All right, Brian Glenn. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you.
That's Brian Glenn.
Good to see you.
Brian Glenn, everybody.
Yeah.
Where's President Trump? He's usually around here asking you a question or something, isn't he? All right, are we going to have some fun today? I can't hear you. We have some fun. There we go.
There we go.
This is what I'm talking about right here. Before we start, I'd love to tell you there's so much news happening. We have Dan Bongino, very close friend of mine, left the FBI. He's coming back to the podcast world. Honestly, where he belongs. I know he was great at the FBI, but Dan's a great conservative podcaster. He'll get the message out. Don't frown on Dan. Dan's a good man. Am I right? Yeah. President Trump's address last night, these guys were talking about it a little bit. A lot about affordability. It looked like that's what he wanted to talk about. Guys, can I come around the front here? Can I come around? Can I move? I just want to make sure I can move.
Yeah.
So, President Trump is talking about affordability, right? Last night, he was talking about gas prices are coming down, oil prices are coming down, egg prices are coming down. It was a really important message. Why? Because for the last 4 years prior to President Trump's second term, we had Joe Biden who jacked up prices, Bidenomics, 9% inflation, $108 oil, $5 gallons of gasoline, eggs were $12 a dozen. He gets it down, and the media, what does the media do? They call it an affordability crisis under Trump. Never once did they say that under Joe Biden, did they? Not one time. So if I can, Mad Dog, can you hear me? Mad Dog's our guy, and if you watch the show, you know Mad Dog. Mad Dog, roll a soundbite from Caroline Leavitt in the briefing room.
See you here. He's of Real America's Voice. He's also the host of Edge, his interview and commentary podcast. Please, Eric, why don't you kick us off?
Caroline, thank you very much for this and inviting me to the new media seat. As you point out, affordability crisis, it strikes me energy prices have been coming down aggressively since President Trump's second term, approaching $55 a barrel for oil, gasoline, as you point out, under $3 a barrel nationally, first time in 5 years. By the way, that $55 barrel of oil is about half of the peak under the last 4 years in the last administration, half price. Wholesale prices come down, yet affordability crisis, a lot of the folks in this room, a lot of legacy media, some of the people in the front row, seem to want to call this an affordability crisis right now, forgetting the fact that over the last 4 years prior, we hit 9% inflation. Wages, as you point out, were stagnant at best, sometimes had dipped. That's a real affordability crisis there, but they weren't really calling it that then. You point out how President Trump is changing the affordability in America, but how will he ensure that the legacy media doesn't flip the script and change it so that they're using affordability as their word, their idea versus what the American people who know much better?
Yeah, well, it's a great question, Eric, and it's a point of frustration for the president and for myself. I will say that's part of the reason I just kicked off this briefing today, setting the record straight with facts about the economic mess that the president inherited from his predecessor, Joe Biden. And he's focused on digging our country and our economy out of that hole every day. Things are getting better, and they will continue to. And President Trump understands better than any politician in this city the pain that the American consumer has been feeling for years now because of the last administration's policies. You heard him in the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania this past week campaigning and talking to these voters saying, I was elected to fix this problem and I am fixing it. Don't forget who created it, and that's the Democrat.
And so a little background on that. So I was invited to do the new media seat, and the way you get the new media seat is they invite you in, you get the first question after Caroline makes some comments. And my first question was about affordability. And it's really been the theme because, yes, prices are coming down. They're coming down slow. They should be coming down faster. They could be coming down faster. It's not Trump's fault, by the way. He's getting the most important input costs down. Oil prices go into just about every product we buy and use. Oil comes down, prices come down. Problem is, if companies don't bring their retail prices down to their wholesale, what it costs to build these products, then we're going to pay more and more and more. They're just going to get richer and richer. So Trump will probably, Brian will know this better than anyone, probably bring a group of leaders of industry in to get their prices down. Here's my point, though. Where the heck was the media for 4 years under Joe Biden when we really did have an affordability crisis? So that was an important moment, and I think Trump last night hit the ball out of the park, telling the American people exactly what he's doing and what he'll continue to do to bring prices down for all of us. So that was, I just want us to focus on how hypocritical the left-wing media is. And really, let's be honest with you, I'm walking around this venue, I see Fox News over there, no one's there. I see Daily Wire, dead zone. Rav, look at this. We got people. Yeah, great crowd. Can we do this? Let's do a couple of questions. Ben, I'd like to get you get a question from Ben and the audience.
Well, first, I just want to highlight these two young ladies. This is my beautiful wife and our youngest daughter, Lily. Lily, this is why we do what we do right here. This is what it's about, Eric. A beautiful wife, raise them right, homeschool your kids if you can. Here's your little doggy back. I love you, girls.
That's awesome, Ben.
And
awesome,
you know,
Ben.
This is why we fight the fight we fight. And then these are the guys who actually are fighting the fight. I don't know if you know this, Eric. Art Del Cueto.
Art Del Cueto,
the former
Can you come up?
vice president.
Come on, you guys come up. Let's bring Art Del Cueto up.
Oh, he's going down. He's used to climbing under walls and fences. Border Patrol, baby.
Come on up, Art. Come on up, Ben. Art, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Thank you for what you do, what you've done, what you continue to do. And guys, Ben Bergquam is at the border. He's running with ICE. He's running with Border Patrol. And that's not not dangerous activity. So thank you both to you guys. Really putting your lives on the line for the American people. Art.
No, well, I want to thank all of you guys. You guys do a fantastic job at bringing out the news. I mean, I watch you guys' channel all the time. You guys are the one, and no knock on the other ones because I'm on all the other shows as well. But, you know, knowing Ben, I've known Ben for a long time. He doesn't just go down, take a picture, and then good to go. He's in the thick of it. He's one of those that, you know, people need to follow him. They need to realize he brings you real news each and every time. It's fantastic to be here at this Turning Point event. I've spoken at a lot of these events. It's great seeing individuals like yourself out here. It's great. They have a big lineup of speakers, which is I'm really looking forward to seeing. I heard I was down there with the Border Patrol. They have their own booth here. So if you guys are interested, go down there.
Yeah,
they're recruiting.
We'll make our way over there.
So it's great. But more importantly, they're recruiting. They're down there.
All the young people out there, Border Patrol, ICE, they're recruiting.
I went to one of them and I told him, hey, how do I get a job? And then he recognized me, so I kind of messed it up. But more importantly, it's all these people that are here. Right. People need to understand there's speakers here, but if it wasn't for each and every one of you, they'd be speaking to an empty room. So you guys are what makes everything happen.
Our President Trump last night in his address to the nation talked about the border and how he's really solidified the border and trying to deport as many illegals as possible. How effective is he, and what happens when Donald Trump is no longer in office?
So that's what's important. We have to make sure that we pay attention to all the elections. People heard they were saying that this last election was the most important election of our lifetime. Every election moving forward is the most important one of your lifetime. You got to make sure that you have individuals in there that care about our future, that care about freedoms in America. He's done a fantastic job. The numbers are lower than they've ever been, and he's done it even though he's had more obstacles to do it than any other president. So a lot of it comes down on who we have in Congress, who your governor is. There's so much things that you got to make sure you take care of moving forward. But it's really fantastic what he has done, even with all the obstacles that have been thrown in front of him.
Yeah, Ben, you're riding along with these guys a lot. I've ridden with them too, and it's a palpable feeling of if the bad guys see our faces, my family might be at risk.
That's right.
Their wives and their kids could be at risk. And the left says, get the masks off, ICE and Border Patrol. Are they nuts?
Yeah, they're nuts. The left is nuts, not Border Patrol.
That's what I mean.
These guys
Some of us are a little crazy too.
Look, take that oath, put your life on the line every single day. They swear that oath for our nation individually, but you think about what the left, how evil the left has become, where they're not just going after the Border Patrol or the ICE agents, they're going after their family, their wives, their children. It is pure evil. Now, keep in mind, these are the same people, Antifa scumbags, that go around with masks on their face so that they can commit crimes and get away with it. These guys are covering their faces to protect their family. Those scumbags are covering their faces to undermine this country. And so I say, Border Patrol, ICE, do whatever you have to do to secure this country, to do your job, to protect your family. But what I want to see is every single one of those scumbag traitors that is inviting this, all these politicians like the mayor of Minneapolis or Johnson of Chicago, or these governors that are inviting their citizens or non-citizens to attack these guys for doing their job.
Bongino in New York.
I want to see those guys prosecuted. That's what really needs to happen. These guys need to know and you, everyone out there, these guys need to know that we have their backs. When you see those protesters out there going against them, it's our duty to stand up and say, we stand with these guys.
Yes. No, I
Our
appreciate
final thought
that.
on this topic. Where do we go from here?
Look, years ago they were asking us to put masks on. Now they don't want you to wear them after all. So I'm kind of confused already. But again,
Oh, no, the criminals can still wear the mask.
right? It's not surprising.
The good guys have to show
They
their
can't
face.
figure out what bathroom to use, so I understand that it could be confusing on that end. However, look, it's true. You got to support law enforcement, support Border Patrol agents. I was down there talking to some of them, and they said, this is amazing. I particularly spoke to one, and she said, it's amazing to be here because everyone seems to be happy we're here.
Right.
We're not used to that.
Right,
We're too
right,
busy
right,
hearing the
right.
hatred. So, like, again, I can't stress it enough. It's
Well,
people like yourself and all these people that
if
are
I
going
may
to do
just
that.
cut you off for 1 second. I want to talk to these people right here. Do you guys, when you see a law enforcement officer, whether it's a cop, state trooper, Border Patrol, ICE, do you thank them? Do you tell them they're doing a good job? Do you tell them that you have their back? Because if you don't, you're complicit on the other side. You have to thank these people. Am I right, sir?
These guys are doing a phenomenal job. We don't understand how much they're at risk out there to help us. And we just, like you said, we see the protesters. We need to be out there supporting these guys 100%.
These people lied to us.
Throw me that shirt real quick. Throw me that shirt.
I think the other really important thing is when we are out there, example, like if I'm in a restaurant and there's law enforcement there sitting there, I make sure not only do I go over and thank them, but I let them know, just in case something goes down when I'm in there, hey, I'm a good citizen, I'm on your side, I'm concealed carrying, because if anything happens at that time, they need to know if I step in to get their back because they're, that I'm there and I got their backs.
Perfect.
Thank
Let
you.
me hear it. Do you tell law enforcement you appreciate them? Do you all? Yes, blah, blah, blah. You need to do this. Everyone needs to. Buy a cop. You see him in a bar, buy him a beer. You see a lady cop in Starbucks, buy her a coffee. Please do that. They appreciate it. Or if you just say, hey, take care of yourself. They really appreciate that. We have a lot more. Can I hear
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Art
guys.
Cueto,
Thank you guys
everyone.
so much.
Art Cueto doing a great job. Thank you,
Thank you,
brother.
brother. I appreciate it.
All right, folks. We have a lot more coming up. We have a lot more coming up. Get out in the crowd. We're going to get Brian Glenn up here. Don't go anywhere. Nice try, Glenn. You see him try to sneak off the side of the stage? Don't let him go anywhere. Folks, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Stay right here, and we'll be back in 2.5 minutes.